We ready? Like call, you want to start the tape before I say anything?
Okay, I can do that.
Like call the meeting to order. If we'd all stand for the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Hunt.
Present.
Mr. Minor.
Here.
And Mr. Garland.
Here. Fellas, have you had an opportunity to review the minutes of March the 5th, 2015?
I have, sir, and I move a motion that be approved as presented. I'll second that, Pat.
They'll stand approved as presented. 2015 just seems so far in the future.
Yeah, it's going by pretty quick, huh? Okay. Oh, sorry.
What do you got for us, Pat?
Oh, the first thing I see on my little list is that information from Eastman and Smith, or you want to do that when you go up?
Well, no, because talk about it.
We all received information from attorneys at law Eastman and Smith regarding, in the matter of the petition of Norfolk Southern Railway Company to close the Esterly Drive/TR 1704 grade crossing, Department of Transportation, DOT number 502-903Y in Fairfield Township, Columbiana County, Ohio, PUCO case number, our file number N1432/176814. And Casey Talbot is the gentleman who submitted this.
But, I mean, we haven't been served. This came from by regular mail,
Yes,
right?
right. It did.
You got a copy of this, Carl?
I thought I put one. Didn't I put one at your table there, Carl?
Yes, I saw it earlier. I did, I saw it over there.
Just so everyone's got
He
it.
does have one, I saw it laying there.
Okay.
Did you find it, Carl?
Eastman and Smith,
Yes.
I got it.
Okay. Anything else?
No, okay. Let me do this, no action.
Yeah, this was just for information purposes.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. There's something in here from CCEMA, which is an annual review of our files, and I gave you a copy of this. We have completed an annual review of our files and believe an updated listing of our county resources and capabilities to respond is needed. And this is from Luke Newbold from the Columbiana County Emergency Management Agency. And there is a form on the back that is a memorandum of understanding that says, from the commissioners to the trustees, in order to provide a disaster-ready environment for the residents of Columbiana County, it is understood that different organizations within the county may be called upon to provide assistance in the event of all hazardous emergencies, which may be caused by weapons of mass destruction, /terrorism, natural or technological hazards, etc., etc. And the duties of Fairfield Township would be to erect signs and barricades, closing roads and removing road impediments. And they're looking for confirmation of support as well. Look all the time. If the memorandum is correct, please sign and return it to the address below. No, address listed above.
Because we've done this before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't pull the resolution,
Yeah,
but...
well, that although no specific or specified expiration date exists, affords the opportunity for new personnel to be aware of it. So, I guess after every election, we're going to get one of these.
Probably.
Or-
Well, but right now, it's the same
Yeah,
as it was previously, right?
because it's been a couple years ago, I think.
Yeah, and I did not take time, truthfully, to pull that resolution or something that we did with it before.
Well, I think we passed it before, but I don't think it's changed, so.
Right, pretty much the same thing now, they're just saying reconciling Thursdays, closing roads.
You want it in resolution form now?
I mean, this is what we've done for decades.
You're right. Do you want it in resolution form now?
No, I don't see the harm, why not? Get it out of
Also
the way.
moved. Pat?
Okay, thank you. Resolution number 2015-22, CCEMA.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
What was the name and the number of that?
2015-22 is the resolution number. Bob,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
and Carl.
Yes.
And I think they want you to sign this, accept and agree to this day, Chairman of Trustees.
Okay.
Would be.
Is this the original? one?
Yes, that's the original one. You want a copy? I'll give you a copy.
No, we got this copy.
Okay.
Evidently, Luke's going to sign this and send us back
I-
an original.
I assumed that, but
Yeah.
okay, the next thing.
Because this comes under your miscellaneous paragraph for other duties.
It's increased, hasn't it? You missed it. Next thing we have is Carroll, Columbiana, Harrison Solid Waste District. We did just receive this, and I noticed they're wanting a return pretty quickly on here. We received it after our last meeting, and it's about the 2015 tire recycling. To please review the enclosed cleanup scrap tire guidelines to ensure advertising for the event and secure necessary roll-offs. They're also talking about, let's read that. Please review the enclosed 2015 community cleanup scrap tire guidelines. We have enclosed the community cleanup form, tire processing authorization, and two-part shipping form for your convenience. Please make copies of the tire saying, well, we've done that all along, right?
Yes.
To ensure advertising for your event and secure necessary roll-offs, please complete and return community cleanup form no later than March 31st. If you want to do a dumpster with a cleanup day, I guess is what that's for, right? Not the tires, but for the...
What is that for, Bob?
This is a tire recycling.
And the other half of it is for cleanup guidelines are on the flip side of it,
Yeah.
between May 1 and June 15. I guess it'd be a little bit like what they did down in Lisbon last year on a big forum down at the fairgrounds. This program is for bulky items that are often difficult to dispose of or require an additional disposal fee, such as furniture and mattresses. Townships cannot accept electronics.
So they're still not taking electronics,
No.
they're not paying?
Correct, that's right. You have to wait till that thing at the
The
fairgrounds.
school's actually doing one here up at Crestview.
Oh, are they?
I saw it. I can't tell you the date, but I saw it advertised on the website.
Electronics?
I'll have to get that.
Really?
Those are hard here, though.
Yeah. But there is, like, It's in April sometime, I can't tell you the date, but I saw, it's on the website.
It says no refrigerators, no air conditioners, no dehumidifier.
So what do they take then?
I think it's the Freon. That's the issue with them.
Yeah.
Washer dryer probably would be.
Bigger
all right.
stuff.
Stove, dishwasher.
It says they will collect large household items not usable, not normally picked up by your refuse hauler, and not recyclable in your area. Furniture, mattresses, etc.
Couches, chairs.
Yeah, overstuffed items, which we had never participated in that before, prior to.
Well, they've always gone down the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
But the tire program's been real beneficial.
Very. Just cut down on the amount of tires we pick off the side of the road a lot.
Do we normally do the tires like the first Thursday in May?
That's what we've
You
done.
try to coordinate them basically on a meeting night, don't you, Mel?
Yes.
What's been done in the past?
Yeah, we've almost always done it the first Thursday in May.
Okay.
It's been popular, hasn't it?
May 7th.
Always do it, always do it.
Let me see.
So hopefully that's right.
The 7th?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
In May? Yes, it is, that's right. May 7th would be the date.
And what hours do we normally?
We usually go noon to 5.
Okay.
5, 7, 15, noon to 5. Same as we've always done, a limit of so many, and
10 per household is what we've always
Right.
done.
no rims.
No rims.
Off rim, no commercial, right?
Correct. Passenger tires.
And what is that date?
5,
May 7th.
This one would be resolution number 2015-23. If someone wants to make that a motion,
Also, so moved.
Second.
2015-23. Mr. Hum?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mr. Garwood?
Yes, ma'am.
Because the number of tires keeps dropping every year, hasn't it?
Yeah. The amount that come in, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, we don't pick them up off the side of the road, nothing like we used to.
First year or two,
A lot.
we hauled in the semi, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember we took your box truck trailer down that one year, full.
Gee.
Yeah, I honestly think.
That's a lot of tires.
So now what do you have, Mel? 2-3 loads dump truck?
Yeah, it's usually right around 350 in that area.
I know I never get a bill,
Yeah.
which keeps them off the street, right, off the ditches
We get
or
about
whatever.
100 in a dump truck, so it's usually that 2 to 3 loads right in that area.
There is, and I didn't copy these guys, there's a couple pieces of mail that came about the electric governmental aggregation program, frequently asked questions, residential program and business program. If you want me to copy these, I can. Frequently asked questions, do you ever get questions from people regarding it? Do you want to see it?
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while, somebody will ask.
I didn't copy them, but I can if you'd like.
I'd like to have one, please.
Okay, that's fine.
Could we put these on the website?
Absolutely.
Like scan it?
Yeah, because we already have a little link to those. and
I
then
didn't,
they
like I said, I
add
didn't
to-
copy it, I'd be glad to do that.
Yeah, I'd like coffee too.
Okay. You want them tonight, or you can maybe do it next time? You want them now?
I can
Well,
make-
can I scan them real quick? It just needs scanned, I can put them,
Right.
and then I can make them a copy while I scan them, if that works.
That's fine, there's a couple of pages each. One is for business and one is for residential. Residential and business. Carl, do you want a copy?
Yes, I'd like a copy.
Barry, and Kim, you're going to put it on the SLU, right?
Yeah, I can do it tonight if you,
You mean the file copies? That's fine.
yeah, because I'll just scan it real quick,
Mhm.
and I can put it right up there with everything else. That way they mention it or something, and people aren't...
There's 2 pages for each one, please. And I did tell you that the ad went in the paper today for the mowing of all the properties. And April the 2nd at 7:30, which is our next meeting, they will be opened then, and it is in today. You got it. Kim, I have it too, kept for extra copies. And Myers just have it. Okay, Donna.
There you go.
Yeah. You want one of these to put on the website too?
Yes, I want everything, I mean, that's what I put on.
You can keep this one.
I put this, the aggregate, and the tax. This I can keep, you don't need it back.
Correct. Yeah, the long ones I like back, I didn't copy those, but that others, what was in the paper today. And I don't think I have anything else, except I did receive today from Hayes Lawn Care saying that he would like to do the mowing, but I'm going to call him because he doesn't have everything that we have in the ad. He sent it long before we even published it, so we'll wait till we get the next set for next meeting. And I think that is all I have. Can't promise, but I think so.
Well, since we last met, we picked up a load of cold mix up at Tri-County and started patching roads as necessary. We're currently out running the pickup broom on the Case 521 loader, sweeping intersections and other heavy buildup areas from winter buildup from the ashes. We also started running the rotary ditcher to open up and clean ditches. We had some routine maintenance and small repairs to trucks. Last weekend, I had to close Metz Road between Creek and McCloskey early Saturday till about noon on Sunday due to high water.
Creek and McCloskey? What'd you
A
say?
piece of Metz between
Yeah.
Creek and McCloskey. Yes.
Okay.
And Barry and I finished the list of signage for grant and submitted it with signs, posts, hardware, all totaling about approximately $38,000 is about where we came in with all of our signage needs that we applied for grant for. You got anything to add to that, Barry? I mean,
Really, the $38,000, I think it's going to go away to upgrade our signs in the township. If you look at just roughly, what, like, 500 signs is probably what's going to go to somewhere in that neighborhood.
yeah.
So hopefully we get in the 2015 program, and then we'll have a year. I think they said we would know within a couple weeks whether we made the 15 or 16, right?
Yeah, I think by the end of the month they will let you
My
know.
notes.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
The end of March, you mean?
yeah. Yeah, they were going to let you know pretty quick whether you
Uh-huh.
were in or official or not. So I appreciate all Barry's help on that. I thought we together teamed up and did a good job of compiling a good list that would...
Barry, do you have a contact for me or someone that I can speak with if I need to help with the grant?
Victoria Beal.
Yeah, I have.
I've got that, and I've got that. Didn't I give you a...
You did, but I said in case I have other questions.
Victoria Beal is her name, Pat. I think it's B-E-A-L-E, I think is how she's...
And we already have her name and number on that paper? Okay.
Yeah, it's on that original sheet.
Right.
It's on there, and I think even the phone number.
She would be the one if I had questions.
I would think so, Pat, because she's...
I've called her a couple times and she answered every time I called,
Good.
answered any questions
Okay.
I had, so...
She's not the one, because when we actually first got there that morning, they handed that to us right away and said, give us an official
Yeah,
offer.
I have that.
But I'm sure Victoria would know.
Okay.
If not, she can steer you in the right direction.
Mhm.
Okay, and then also put together this year's chip seal list and reclaimer list. Give you guys a look at that.
You want to pass down?
That's the one that has to get signed, that's original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not just to look at and pass on. This has the roads listed and estimated. These are, I'm kind of going off of last year's price, and guys I've talked to, this one is for you to keep. That kind of breaks down what roads I was going to do, what lengths, materials. The price reflects asphalt, slag, and trucking.
This is the chip seal. Okay. Once they sign that, I'd like a copy of that contract too.
And Bob and Barry, for sure, you guys were both going to be available to go down on Tuesday the 24th.
Right at 10 a.m.
Yeah, and Carl too, if you wanted to be there.
Yes.
You want me to pick you up?
Pardon?
You want me to pick you up that morning?
That'd be great.
Okay. As you're looking at the list there, you know, it's primarily based on the road condition and the age of the last time it was sealed. Most of them roads are 7 or 8 years since the last time they were sealed. And as you know, we're trying to get around. I mean, it always depends on the ADT and the winters and everything like that, but try to get there every 6 or 7 years. This year would reflect just under 7 miles of new seal, 2.3 of reseal from last year's reclaiming. So that's kind of what you're looking at there. Because the ones we reclaimed last year are a single seal, and we've always gone back the following year and then hit them with another seal.
And those are Knoll,
Those
Cherry Fork.
would be Cherry Fork, High Street, and the .5 piece of Crestview.
Plums. Where was that?
I don't know, I don't see it either. Oh,
What's up here?
25 Crestview. What sections you do?
.5,
Yeah.
164 to the dead end,
Okay.
up to Route 11.
Right. That's
We
what's up.
reclaimed that.
All right.
And that's the only reason I listed Crestview separately there, because it would be that section, and there's actually a little piece, that little piece of road that after the hot mix at the well pad, there's that little stretch there
Yes.
that I want to catch while we're over that way. So that's why last year it was, I believe it was .4, this year it will be .5, just to get that piece. And then, like I said, then the other sections up here between Lower Elkton and Fairfield School. It's got a lot of cracking. I mean, that was when the frost was coming out, the water was actually running to the edges of the road.
There's a lot of water underneath that in there.
Yeah.
Because the other side, basically, will have under room at least for a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm not doing anything over there. And it's not as cracked up either. But
chip seal list.
and then you saw the reclaim was going to be Apples Way, Bunker Hill, in Burnsville.
And that's, is that what, right there?
Oh, I had that. We may do that little piece there. Yeah, that shows on there. I have that on. I'm going to check into it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that little piece there for sure or not.
So when I write my resolution,
I'll let you know after Tuesday for sure. Is that all right?
yeah. That's fine. So this is questionable, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I got,
But the grand total you have listed for everything is 9.58 down here.
yes,
Is that correct?
if we do that.
Right,
As said.
include,
That
that's
would be
all the way
every-
down.
That would be everything, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, this totals 9.21, but then if we do that little piece there,
okay.
then it would be this.
But that's for the whole list.
That is the whole list.
The road length for the, just a chip seal is for how much? Is this chip and polymer? Is that something different? What's this?
It's just a
Different application?
different asphalt. The polymer asphalt that we're using on the higher ADT roads.
Stops it from bleeding from underneath the stone pad.
What's that?
Stops the tar coming.
Oh, okay.
Basically with that polymer.
Well, those roads that you reclaim, though, don't you resurface them too?
Yes, they're on there. They're down. That's included in this, and the mileage. 'Cause-
Oh, I guess I'm looking for them up here.
Yeah, well, they used to, the way he wants to do it down the county, he wants the chip seal listed, then he wants the reclaim listed, and he just keeps it separate that way, so that's the way I did it on there. But it's all mileage, asphalt gallons, total price, and everything's all included into that.
Okay.
Bunker Hill, is that from 558 all the way up to?
That section's already been done. That's only, I should have wrote that on there. That's just be from Crestview Road to Kelly Park.
Okay, that section is kind of a piecemeal.
Yep, exactly. In fact, I'll write that on there before we take that down. It's the section between Crestview and Kelly Park.
We can discuss a little bit with the county on Tuesday. You were looking at maps. How did you use a little skid steer miller on any chip seal roads?
We used it, the only time we used that on Crestview
Right.
and out on Heck. I can't remember we ever using it on chip seal.
Because I'm just wondering, I looked at that report again tonight, working in here, and some edge line, and I just wonder if you think something like that would work instead of trying to go over top and get down in and go back up to 301 asphalt. That's a thought. It's a slower process, but I don't know how quick it would be to do that.
There might be some areas to think about doing that, especially like this culvert here that's got the big hump in it. You could plane it off instead of actually trying to build up on each side of it. You know?
It's even from like Lower Elton down before Escrows and all they had to do there on the right where it's kind of pushed out. Just thoughts. Because the process is not the ground yet, that like has it.
No. See different new spots developing every day where the road was fine and come next day it's,
Right.
so I wouldn't say it's all out.
Yeah. Maybe Kelly Park will just.
Yeah, maybe it'll just tame back down.
Wait a minute, okay, you go this way down.
Or then just mellow back out.
Yeah.
I can never hear you on the tape. That's awful. His voice just mumbles. Anyhow.
It's pretty good though, Alan.
I think that targets the areas that were in need of it the worst.
We're not actually approving the list tonight. This is just what you're going to present, and we'll approve it later. Is that it?
No, we're gonna need to approve it tonight, because we have a
Present.
meeting next Tuesday.
So you want to approve prior to that, is what you're saying? The resolution's for tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'll move that motion. We
Oh.
need a motion
Yes,
for that effect.
yes, we do. 2015-24.
Second, Pat.
Okay. Thank you.
Kelly Park goes to 7.
No, to Fairfield School.
Bob?
I have it being done from
Sir.
164 to Fairfield School.
Yes.
Okay.
The
Barry?
section out there from 7
Yes.
to Middleton Road, it has a lot of age on it. I mean, it's starting to show a little bit, but I was going to try to get another year out of it.
Carl?
Because that would,
Yes.
if we did it all the way, that would add another 2 miles. That'd put us up at 11 and a half. We're usually right around that 9.
Or we can just cover the asphalt piece.
This number 8 section. Yeah, that must have been a thin application. You can see the paint lines through it.
I noticed it tonight.
When are you going to do that, No.
That would be Tuesday the 24th. We have to be there at 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know that's when the bookkeeping and so on.
Oh, well, he'll probably give us a tentative, but the schedule doesn't usually come out till 2-3 weeks after the meeting.
Yeah. Okay.
But he'll probably give us a tentative idea when it'll be when we're at the meeting.
Okay, that's great.
All right, we all good on the...
Yeah, and I think we could discuss that section of Kelly Park, Bob, Carl. I think that asphalt, I'm afraid if we let too much water get into that and start deteriorating that, it might be something we may want to add with that 6 Emmons and Palmer to get another coat on top of that so we don't start losing, because there's still asphalt underneath of that.
Yeah, and that asphalt underneath it was never crack sealed or anything, so...
I'm just afraid that if we don't, we're going to start having asphalt repair issues on it.
So you may add another road.
Just this little piece of Kelly Park, yeah. And I don't think it'll be that much difference to Bob if he knows we're talking about it, will it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They've always been, because they have people that drop stuff all the time. They decide they didn't get it ready in time, or, I mean, I think there's changes to the schedule where people add and drop roads, and I think it's, sure, changing it by miles, it might be one thing, but we're talking about, that's half a mile, you know, foresee that being a big deal. Okay. Onward. Next thing is I received the email from ODOT on the summer fill for salt. It is due on April 3rd. So,
And we meet what, the 2nd?
we meet on the 2nd, so
Yeah, we're going to have a special meeting here before the end of the month. We might as well do it tonight.
you know. So, that being said about the, I would like to participate in the summer fill again, as we did last year. Now, there's no way to know whether that's going to be, you never know the price till after it comes out. Last year, it worked way into our benefit to do it. Whether it'll work that way again this year, I don't know. Or is everybody going to try to go into the summer fill because they think they missed out last year and it'll be...
Well, they did.
I know.
So what do they want by the 3rd month?
Our quantity of what we're going to take on the summer fill,
They don't even...
What did we take last year, and what do we need?
last year I took 180 on the summer fill. Okay? Right now out there, I think if I was to mix all the raw salt we had, it would fill the bin with the mix, but have no raw salt. So I was kind of thinking about mirroring last year. Get 180 on the summer fill, and then see where that price comes in, and then we'll have to do what we can with the winter fill after that, because shortly thereafter, the winter contract will come out after the summer fill contract's been awarded. So I was kind of thinking about, once we're done with the pickup room, mixing up the salt we have, go ahead and fill the bin, Then I'll have space to put that 180 and then kind of see where we're at and decide from there. This past winter, we used about 380. That's an approximation.
So 400.
Close to 400 ton. So if we would fill that bin, we'd put 180 in there, and then that would put us, 220, 250, something like that for the winter contract. It kind of spreads it out. 'Cause there's no way to know which contract's going to have the better price.
In the salt issue, I am sure that inventories are low statewide, whether it be state, whether it be municipal, whether it be townships, because there were some that didn't have the money to even get salt.
Right.
So X amount of ton that they can produce on a daily basis. I see this continuing for a few years until we have a mild winter, that these inventories can get caught back up, because it's supply and demand.
And we've got the money, right?
To that effect?
When they're ready, Carl, yeah.
So
I think we got to do it.
yeah.
And let's see what it comes in.
Is it 200? Or get the dice out, because that's what we're going. We're
Exactly.
going right now.
Right.
Do we go for 200 or we go for 400? We go for 200 now or we go for 200 later, I think. And you need salt.
Yeah, we got to have it. Right.
Right now, you said 180 ton? Is that what you said?
Or 200. I mean, I can fit 200 in there, and then we're kind of splitting it right down the middle. We're either going to be half right or half wrong. Right?
Well, right, because we don't know what those prices are coming in, but inventories I am sure that are low, so the demand is definitely going to be there.
Right. And like you said, it's a ripple. It's going to... If the summer contract comes in big, they're not going to get caught up over the summer, and then they're going to be able to say that's why the fall price is high. So, when I listened in on a conference call last week about the salt, and you hear everything on there. People asking questions about this, that. At the end of the day, it comes down to they have no clue what the price is going to be on either one. And there's no way to predict it. It's left up to the companies, and they're going to pick and choose where they bid. They said typically the summer contracts have been, not last year, but typically the summer contracts have always been a little bit higher because trucking is at a premium during the summer. And they're usually able to get the trucking cheaper during the winter because there isn't as much stuff being moved. But last year that didn't happen because not that many people did the summer contract, and then everybody went big on the fall contract. So, now, could that work in reverse this year? Possibly. So, like I said, there's just... Unfortunately, there's no way to know.
Well, I still think we need to do it. Yeah, I don't care if it's 180, 200, but we need to get it done tonight.
I move the motion.
I think go 200 on.
Let's go with the 200 then. That sounds good.
200 tons of salt
Yeah, and then you'll have to give me a copy.
for summer fill.
Yes. And you'll have to give me a copy of the resolution because it's all done online now. There's no mailing anything in.
I think last year you had to do that.
No, this
Oh,
is the
did
first
you?
year, yeah.
Oh,
Last year we
okay.
were able to still mail it in.
Oh, okay.
This year I'll have to scan it and attach
When do
it
you need to do that? 'Cause
before April 3rd.
Well, maybe you could look at it on our special meeting, the resolution.
Well, we're going to have a special meeting before the end of the month for appropriation.
Right, I said maybe you could just approve it then, or
Okay.
the resolution.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever's easy, but it doesn't matter.
And I gave you those samples, or the resolution.
I believe I
You've always
have
done, however you want to
I
do
was
it.
going to go back and pull it. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you gave.
And they said that you can pass the resolution just to say salt contract, and then it can be used for the summer and the winter. You don't have to have two separate resolutions.
Not like we did before.
That's what it says in the email.
I did not
gave
read
you a copy of the email.
Yes, you did, and I think I have it here someplace.
Yeah.
I think I do. I may not have brought it now, but I know I have it.
Yeah, you will be able to use the same resolution as your political subdivision's approval to participate in both the summer and winter contracts.
Okay, well, if I need help with that, I'll give you a holler.
There'll just be a different contract number on them, but they say you can use the same resolution, so, or if you want to do two different ones when that time
Let me
comes.
see how we wrote that resolution last year. It was pretty much in-depth, wasn't it, last year? I mean, it was their sample or whatever that we used.
Yeah, however you want to do it.
Okay, so what we're going to do is approve to order 200 tons of salt for the summer fill, and Resolution 2015-25, and Carl made the motion.
Second.
Mr. Hum,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
Mr. Garwood.
Yes.
They don't need PO numbers, they just need to know we're, just going to get it.
This is
Okay.
just till,
Commit to
they
it.
get the tonnage and then they put it out to bid.
Right. I'll pull what I did last year and then I'll get that.
Okay. Done with that? Had a couple meetings with representatives from Earth Acquisitions about pipeline crossings and driveway apps on Woodville and Bunker Hill to connect.
Woodville and Bunker Hill.
Keep you here all night.
I know.
Just been a busy couple weeks.
It sure has.
Yeah, it's with Earth Acquisitions. And it's about pipeline crossings and driveway apps. They don't have everything exact. Anyway, I'm not going to need anything really from you guys tonight. I just wanted to fill you in because they keep changing a few things over there on Bunker Hill, exactly how they're going to cross and what they're going to do there. And on Woodville, where they proposed to put the driveway apps, or where they wanted to put these temporary drives in to access the gas line, the line of sight was not good. It was right down over the hill, so I told them that I wouldn't sign off on it. And they think they've come up with a different solution. They're using an existing driveway on top of the hill and then getting to where they need to be. So, but I'll handle the driveway applications, that's not a problem. But there will be some right-of-way permits coming. They've actually submitted them to me, but until they have everything exactly, I can show them to you guys, but it could change. So until they have everything decided where they're going to put it, I'm not even going to worry about it. And I also discussed with them the need to Ruma, the rest of Crestview and Bunker Hill if they're going to be constructing down there at the crossings. Because they'll have boring equipment and all that type of stuff to bore under the roads.
You're going to add to it, you mean, or make...
I'm sure that's the way they're going to do it. They're just going to add on to Crestview and then down to Bunker Hill and then turn south on Bunker Hill and go to the crossing.
But they're going to add to the existing room?
And I told them we wouldn't be signing any permits until we had that in place first, the room. So they're working on that.
But that's a new room. That's a new one.
That when it comes.
Yes, that'll be a new one, that's right, okay.
Yeah, whether they attach it to it but it would be new, yeah. And then the other thing, I met with Kathy Gonzalez from Atarma here yesterday for a couple hours to discuss policies and procedures that we should be doing to manage risk. It was a lengthy meeting, but interesting, and I guess I learned a lot. I kind of discussed some of the things with Pat that maybe I wasn't exactly sure on if we were doing or not doing. You want me to go over this, Pat, or we...
That's fine, go ahead.
Okay. Well, first of all, she did tell me that there's $500 worth of grant money available for safety updates. And she said that could be we just got to keep our receipts, submit them to them, and they'll reimburse us for it. And it could be for anything, like, say when it comes to inspect the fire extinguishers, if we need new extinguishers, they would be covered. Safety vests, just anything that has to do with being for safety.
We don't have to get approval first, we just submit them back to Otama for that?
Yeah, she said I go online, there's like a 3-questionnaire, what it was and how it helped manage risk, and they would reimburse you.
They usually do those things at year end on the renewal, but maybe that's different with this.
I think this is new, and she said it's it's based on how many claims they have in the year, and if they have extra money at the end of the year, then they give it back. That's their way of giving it back. But you have to apply for it. If you don't apply for it, they're not going to just send you $500. So,
Have to show proof of using it.
yeah.
So it's $500 or less that they'll approve.
Yes. But like I said, you have to apply for it, otherwise they'll just keep it or, it goes away. It's use it or lose it, I guess. And the other thing that we're currently doing the sign inspection, but she would like us to add to that the road condition while we're out doing the sign inspection. They want us to, once a month, document the road condition.
Let me interrupt you. She's going to send back her recommendations in letter form,
She
correct?
said in about 4 weeks you would be getting a letter, basically detailing everything we
Yeah.
discussed. So do you want me to wait till then to go over
No,
this? or
no,
we keep
that's
going?
fine. No, that's okay.
But she wants us to do that every month?
Like the same time we're doing the sign inspection,
Okay.
yeah, like just make another column on there and document the road condition once a month. Well, I mean, whether it be, I guess so.
Good.
Somebody said they hit a pothole and got a flat tire or caused them to wreck. It's all about liability.
We're going to have to get you a little...
But that's the purpose of our chip and seal and reclaimer program. We got a rotation, so our roads are in pretty good shape, and
Yeah.
if we're aware of a hazard, we take care of it.
I could probably find a form for you.
Where you can just put a check mark?
So, well, I mean, that's what all this stuff's about, is just, limiting liability. And then she wanted to know about if we had a policy in place for record retention, how long we retain our records.
Yeah, we've got all that.
Okay, and I talked to then also, like if we hire, for example, a tree trimmer, they want us to make sure we're listed as an additional insured on that, and that they sign a hold harmless agreement. She gave me a form actually for that, so I have that here. The same thing with like the baseball association, when they used to feel they got signed, not only do they have to give us the liability insurance,
Right.
but sign a hold harmless agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So it was stuff, and we're supposed to be running a motor vehicle check once a year on anybody who will be driving a township vehicle.
So that means Carl too then, huh?
If he would be driving, well, he does that roller, but it's not licensed.
Oh,
I mean, it would
okay.
have to be,
A licensed vehicle?
License.
Yeah.
Okay. I
or
don't
if
do
you
them
guys think
every
you
year,
would
but I...
potentially be driving something from the townships, you should get it done.
And that's just to make sure they have a valid license.
That's to make sure they have a valid license. Make sure they're a legal driver, yes.
No, you don't mean, she doesn't mean like, my license is just ready to expire on my birthday coming up there. So I can't drive a set of doubles or a set of hazardous.
All this is just to make sure that you have a legal driver's license if you were going to be driving a piece of, like the township dump truck, pickup truck, anything like that.
A
Anything
licensed
that's
vehicle.
licensed by the township. All right, well, we can get more in depth about it when she sends that report to make sure we're getting everything. And then the last thing that we discussed about, we've talked about it before, and I'll try to check into that swing set down there at the park in Middleton. If we're going to keep it, we got a mulch underneath of it. And actually, during the summer months, I'm supposed to inspect it once a week. So,
Have you ever seen anybody on it?
no.
I actually did see kids playing up there ever since the Eagle Scout project that fenced in, sorry, but you actually made it more attractive because there were people because that's fenced in, it's a place that kids can like ride their bikes and stuff.
Well, good. They can ride their bikes, we'll just yank the swing set up.
Yeah, I don't know, I mean, isn't that thing like one of those real old?
It's been there a long time.
Yeah.
It's not up to code, so that's the problem.
That's what I was gonna say, I hate to be a buzzkill, but most places have retired that old stuff. You know, stuff we played on when we were kids just isn't safe.
It'll just go away
Anyway,
sometime tonight.
I thought I would call Hearts and ask them if it had any sentimental value to them, and if they wanted to take it down, or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? 'Cause I don't know, I think that was part of Randy's deal there when he put that there, so I thought I would contact them and then go from there.
It's going to look nice out front, so.
Yeah.
And his heart.
Next to his dumpster.
You guys are bad.
And that's pretty much was the basis of that meeting. Like I said, we can go over more and make sure we got everything when she sends that summary of our meeting there.
Yeah. Well, we have a retention policy, records, or we've just never destroyed anything, have we, Pat? We've got everything.
You're laughing like it's not true. Remember when we moved from the chicken coop? I found files from the 30s that were in a file cabinet. Like, if you needed to know what happened at 37, we could hook you up.
A lot of people like to look at that.
I know, it's cool. We don't get rid of anything.
Anything else, Bill?
Last thing. I know it's been lengthy, I apologize. Need to run.
You do not.
I don't want to talk this long, believe me. It's just been, a lot went on this past couple of weeks, and a lot's going to be going on, so that's the way it is. We need to run the legal advertising bids for the road materials and hauling of road materials.
Okay, I saw that, I go back and look, and I did see that.
We usually open it on the first meeting.
In April? Okay, road materials, is there any difference in the way I want to run it?
No, but I looked at it today, if we can just word it exactly the same as last year, that's
So
fine.
I can just map it in and
Yeah.
change the dates or whatever?
Yes.
Did we just run it once? I don't remember.
I don't know if I know that part, how many times it was in. I mean,
I'm thinking only once.
this was it.
It would be on the bottom. Well, you did more than I did. Match. Mock.
That was the road materials, and then this was the hauling. This is what you did last year.
Yeah, I would have this in the resolution form.
Yeah.
I think we just ran it once.
Okay.
Because this was March the 22nd.
Mhm. March the 22nd.
Okay. We did road materials and trucking, right?
Yes.
Are we going to open them then April 2nd?
That's what I would like to do, yes. If we can. And if you need help with any of this, Pat, I'll help you.
Mm-hmm. Open on April
What's
the
it?
2nd.
We had to have everything, what, by 4 or 5?
We put on here, it had to be here by,
Did they come here or to my house? I don't remember what it was. Doesn't matter.
you have them to your house.
Okay.
Bids had to be accepted in sealed envelopes at
Mhm.
the office of your Tricia
Yeah.
Hoffmaster by 5 o'clock
That same day.
that day.
But it doesn't have to come via mail. Didn't say
It just
via...
says sealed envelopes.
Okay, so they could drop it off.
Because there were some of them last year.
We dropped them off,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're going to open them on April the 2nd. We're going to do road materials and hauling, and they're two separate ads.
When we open them, at 7:30?
7:30.
I will try to get those, this is what, Thursday, I'll try to get those in the paper on Monday. Is that
Okay.
okay? Okay, so what we need now is, these other things we didn't need a resolution for, I don't think. 2015-20... 26. Okay, need a resolution to authorize the advertising of road materials and road hauling for the summer of 2015 materials.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Hum?
You're going to put those all into one resolution?
I don't think we did. I think we made them separate, didn't we? Yeah, we advertised them
We
separate.
advertised them separately.
So we must have done that, Bob, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I
We
probably
did-
won't be able to tell from here, but yeah, they were definitely ran
Yeah.
as two separate.
Then we would have had two resolutions.
Okay.
Okay. So this one
So
would be
this
for
one's
road materials.
Materials.
Right. Road materials, we'll open them on the 2nd at 7:30 PM on the 2nd of April, but they will be, I'll publish them on Monday, and we will open them, and they have to be accepted by, what did it say, 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, yeah.
Does it list in there that they can call you if something?
Yeah, you have that right in there
Okay,
for information.
I thought I remembered that, okay.
Call me between 7 and 3:30.
Okay, so this one is for the road materials, and I need someone to call me at Barry, and then, Mr. Hum?
You need another one?
I'm sorry,
We have to vote on the first one, Carl.
Oh,
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mr. Garwood?
yes.
Okay, then 2015-27 will be the hauling of road materials.
You're making that motion, Carl?
Yes. Move. So moved.
Okay, one moment. Mr. Garwood, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Hum?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
And Mr. Garwood?
Yes.
Okay, I want to publish on Monday, whatever date that is, March the 30th. No, March the 23rd, right? Last year it was the 22nd, so we're just a day
Right on
different.
schedule.
Right, publish on the 23rd of March.
Just the way I like it, Kim.
I know this, I'm laughing at you.
Okay.
I'm going over there and turning all your stuff.
Okay, yeah. Obsessive compulsive disorder.
It's contagious. Anything else, Mel?
No, I'm done.
Other than a diagnosis? Kim?
I just don't have the heart. I think I just cede my time to Mel, and it's just all quiet, nothing super notable, just normal zoning as usual, so.
Okay. Carl?
Nothing. I have nothing. Everything's good.
Barry?
We're out looking at all these signs and doing some of the stuff. And I looked at the cemeteries too, because I was focused signs, so you know, like on cemetery, I think somebody went up there and did that nice plaque with the
Right.
brick and the cut stone.
That was an Eagle
That was an
project.
Eagle.
Was it?
Yeah.
You know, in East Fairfield, there's just that brick out front with the flagpole. Is that all that's down in East Fairfield?
Yeah,
It was snow covered.
yeah. That flagpole that sits back,
Right, that's,
yeah, there's no other.
you know, like Cool Springs. There's really not anything for Cool Springs. There's the one stone up in there that is a
Right.
great Cool Springs. So just food for thought, you know, we may want to look at, you know, getting something done at Cool Springs or, you know, like Bethel, that sign just needs painted.
Well, I don't want to overstep, but I know that, as you said, some of these were Eagle Scout projects. Would it be okay with you? Believe it or not, these boys struggle to
Oh,
find
I-
projects. Would it be okay if I
Yes.
mentioned it to some friends with Younger Scouts?
I would say, because, you know, I think Cool Springs, I think East Fairfield, I think, you
Yeah.
know, there's some
Yeah, if you
options.
don't mind, I mean, I know people that run a couple of different troops around here, and I'll just say that
Yep.
it could be a project that kids might be interested
Well,
in.
that would be great.
It won't be done next month, but...
Right. Well, the park in Middleton, that was an Eagle project.
Mhm.
The park across from in Fairfield, that was an Eagle project. So there's plenty of opportunity there. We did the fencing with all the cemeteries, and that really
Yes, looks real nice.
really cleaned up everything. So maybe we ought to kind of keep that in mind for some of these projects that, because we've had different Boy Scouts here and other individuals looking for
Yeah.
projects.
You know, I just
I'm
think, you know,
dropping someone a note right now because there's a new troop that just started and I'm sure they're looking.
something out of some cut stone or some brick like
Mhm.
they did up at home, and, you know, it would just make them look nice. And
Because when we were doing the dry hydrants, we were approached, but we'd already started that program with that. Anything else?
That's all I have.
Okay. The sign issues. The same lady that called me spoke with Barry. And,
Gene, over.
yeah.
I talked to her too.
And I felt bad for her, but it's a state program, and the state's the one that has contracted to get the signs done from somewhere. I don't know where they're made, but it's unfortunate, you know, if we're gonna end up getting like $38,000 worth of signs, it's too bad. And that's just Fairfield Township, that's not Unity or any of the other townships. It's unfortunate that those signs cannot be purchased from a local vendor in some format. So, I know she mentioned what you had said, and I told her, well, get a hold of your state rep and see if you can get your name on the list and that. But boy, that'd be a nice, if they had that program, it'd sure be nice if they could keep the vendors, the local vendors involved in a program like that. Because she was aware of the vendor that they were
Really?
in cahoots with, that had gotten the contract, and her fear was that the materials that were going to be provided may not have been American made, U.S. made, so that we have a sign and in a year we have a problem with that sign, where do we get it replaced? And we're going to end up going to the local vendor to get it replaced. So I could see where she was coming from, but you could tell she was upset when she was talking to me on the phone, and I have to completely agree with her. You know, why, if we're going to have local, you know, public monies, why not support the local businesses in the area? So that's just food for thought. Maybe we can use that another time. Pat reminded everybody about the meeting on the 24th down at the engineer's office. We got the tire things done.
You want to schedule a special meeting yet?
Yeah, that was going to be after this.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Hillcorp Energy called me today, Ben, and I didn't call him back. I provided you folks with that contract, and I think it was kind of the consensus of the board that we weren't interested for those types of funds.
Yeah, for the
Am I-
money that's on the table.
Yeah, I mean, am I correct? All right. Well, then, do you want
Put
me...
it in resolution form, or
Pardon?
do you want to put it in resolution form?
No, you want me to just call them back tomorrow and say we're not real happy with the proposal?
Yeah, that's great, I think.
Because if they want to force us into the unit, we're going to get the 12% anyhow, 12, the 1/8, as far as the royalty. And the sign-up bonus money, they don't want to offer anything. But they're doing the same proposal that they presented to us, they're presenting to everyone. So I don't know what the future holds, but I don't see any reason to approve it or sign it at this point in time. And then we need to set a...
I'm sorry, excuse me, what was the gentleman's name from?
Ben.
No.
Yeah, MEHL from Hillcorp.
Oh, it's on the contract, I know,
Yeah.
I got it, yes, I did.
Yeah, I haven't met him. He's
Neil
dropped
or Mel
stuff.
Or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, he's dropped stuff off at the office, but I wouldn't recognize him. And I've spoken with him, and I invited him to our meetings. It'd be nice if he would just show up and kind of talk to us. And we also need to have a special meeting for our permanent appropriations, and we better advertise it in anything else that comes before the board, because we
Right.
need to approve today's minutes.
We've been doing that, but yes.
Yeah. So when do you want to have it, Pat, or when do you think
On,
you'll be ready?
I'd like to do it on the 28th. And then we have a meeting the following week too, but I'd like to do on Saturday morning on the 28th.
Okay, what time?
Whatever's good for you guys, 10 maybe?
Okay, well, whatever. Is that all right
Is that right?
with you, Carl? 10 o'clock next Saturday?
It would be on the
She
3/28.
said the 28th, didn't she?
Yeah, that's next Saturday.
3/28 at 10 a.m.?
And it's a special meeting for permanent appropriations and anything else that comes before the board.
That's the exact wording?
Yes, that'll be what it'll be in the...
Well, if not, it's real close.
Well, I like to put it...
It gets the point. I'm gonna-
It's the point across.
What time?
10 a.m.
If somebody would like to make that a motion, please.
You know, whenever you look over your glasses, I just like to know what you're thinking.
I know, right? Don't you feel like he's
Yeah.
chastising us and I'm not sure what for?
Yeah, like the high school principal just
There you
glaring at you.
You just know you're going to get detention. You don't know what for, but you're going down.
You need a motion to that effect, Pat?
Please.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Hunt,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
Mr. Garland.
Yes.
And we've been talking about equipment. I know our equipment capital improvement fund's getting lower, but we can always move money into that or take money from other... Do you know what you think we might need?
No, that we're having that meeting, don't forget, next Saturday.
Well,
About
because I
7
think we
days.
need to talk about it, make sure.
Yeah.
Well, we know already a new truck's about $125,000.
Everything's 100 plus.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's all 100, 120, 150.
By the time we get done, the basic truck won't be, but by the time you get all the accessories for it.
So what do you think we need?
Dump truck.
Dump truck?
Yeah.
Okay, with a blade and all stereo?
AC. No AC.
All right. Anything else from anyone? Pat, anything you can think of?
Nope.
Yeah, by the time we get it, the one that's on the road every day will be 20 plus years old. 96 is on the road now. By the time we go through all the specs, specking it out and ordering it
loops.
and getting everything, it'll,
Be winter.
You'll be here come fall.
that's best case scenario. But some of these guys, like Unity and Columbiana, some of them had to wait a long time to get their trucks. Because the bed companies won't order the bed until it's, they won't order the bed until you say you have the truck, it's ready. To have
So
the
they
bed
don't have
put
to
on it.
inventory it.
Right, and it's 12 weeks to get the bed. Because Galligan isn't building the beds ahead of time. They're waiting until you order the bed to actually build the bed.
Comes down to this.
Well, and there's so many different...
Varieties, yeah.
Okay, motion to adjourn?
What about that young
Oh.
lady right there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Mary Ann. I don't know, the guy over there that reminds me of a principal, was just,
Don't game off.
He's got you flustered.
I do have a question to make. When Pat was reading the first order of business, when the meeting first started, I didn't really understand. I heard the words Esterly Drive and Casey Talbot. And then I didn't understand what was going on.
Do you want me to read it again?
well, what we got was a 5-page copy. Evidently, it was mailed here, and it's a petition for closure that was filed before the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio, PUCO.
Oh.
And the timestamp says So it's already pending, it's a public document, it was filed March 12th. When was that? Well, a week ago. Filed March the 12th at 3:07 PM.
That's the same date that's on this letter.
And then there's a real short memorandum with it and a map. I mean, it's a public document. If you want to come up and read it, you can. But the railroad's asking that crossing, is asking PUCO to close the crossing. And they're going to have a public hearing, and it's just another whole different type of process.
But they do that, we're not involved in that.
We're not involved with that.
They just...
I would imagine they're going to, everyone, all the property owners will be served, and
Okay.
I move a motion to adjourn.
was that it?
Yep, thanks.
We got a second?
Second.
Mr. Hum?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
Mr. Garland?
Yes.
8:10 PM.
Now, we all have to go to the principal's office.